Welcome to Between Two Pastries, a not-so-typical nutrition podcast. Nicole and Annie are licensed and registered dietitians. Join them as they discuss hot nutrition topics, challenge popular beliefs, and have a blast doing it. Here are your hosts, Nicole and Annie.
Welcome to Between Two Pastries. This is Nicole.
Hey everyone, it's Annie.
Today's topic is a question from one of our listeners. And this is something that I think Annie and I get an awful lot from a lot of people. But the question is, how do I eat on days that I'm not working out?
So,
it's such a simple, it's a simple answer, but for some reason people get really hung up on.
And I think they get hung up on it because they're so immersed in body control and systematic eating, right? Like, okay, so I mean, let's review how, whether you're working out 3 days a week or 7 days a week or whatever it is, whether you're working out or not, if you work out, when you eat is, basically you're adding in food before, during, and after.
Correct.
So that's
depending how long your workout is.
Yeah, right.
Before for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you should be doing. If you're not doing that, then, you've got a few more steps to go before you start thinking about what to and not eat on a non-workout day. But if you're at that point where you're eating before, possibly during, and after your workout in the right proportions of carb and protein and fat, then you should be going about your day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, normally, right? Okay, so the difference between a workout day and a non-workout day is simply eating before, during, and after.
Right.
That's it. That's the only difference. So if you're not working out, that's what you're not doing. You're not eating the before,
right?
Let's call it a Cliff Bar. You're not eating the during, a Gatorade, and you're not eating the after, a chocolate milk.
Sure.
That's it. Everything else should remain the same. But for whatever reason, on rest days, people feel compelled to restrict.
Then that's
and go back to like, well, I'm not working out, so I'm just going to have 1,200 calories.
That's precisely right. When on the day that
this is like guys too, this is like really common behavior.
Well, and the thing that people need to remember is that on the days that you're not working out, those are the days you're actually healing.
Correct. That's when adaptation is occurring.
And fully recovering. And so if we're limiting our nutrition at that time, then your body just cannot do what it wants to do at a high level. It can't repair.
You start your workouts the next day and moving forward, you're at that deficit.
You already are.
You know what I mean? You've already lost some power, you lost some muscle, you got probably some stress going on. Like
that's right.
That's not the day to mess with. But Nicole, here's the question, and maybe we know the answer to this. If people start their weight loss / exercise journey with MyFitnessPal or something similar, it tells them sedentary, 1,200 calories or whatever it is for you at your height and weight. And if you exercise, light exercise, you get this much added in, and moderate and, hard. So the assumption is if I'm sedentary, which means a rest day, I can only have X amount of calories. And I think that gets stuck in so many people's minds, right? I mean, it would have to.
I would agree with you.
And so then they come to us and we're like, no, every day is 3,000 calories, workout or no workout.
So isn't it interesting? Like, I feel like everybody, when they use MyFitnessPal and it says like for weight loss, that everybody's weight loss is 1,200 calories.
It is. It's either that or 1,500. And like, I've had it say that.
It's so stupid.
Collegiate athletes.
Oh my gosh.
Who are 20 years old, 18 years old, 21 years old. Honest to God, where it says 1,500 calories. And I'm like, you literally have a 4-hour practice every day.
Yeah. It's mind blowing.
And you're still growing.
Right. But this is heading into a different topic. But the thing is that's what people see as what's normal.
Correct. We've taught them that, not you and I, and not hopefully dietitians, but like, that's what they're being taught.
Well, yeah, it's a diet culture tool.
Yes. Yes. And I'll throw it out there. I mean, dietitians on the whole have not been necessarily helpful to that whole thing between portions and calories in and out and all of the old timey, education that used to be practiced, but we've evolved. Everything has evolved. Why are people still following that rule? They're so stuck on it. Less is not more in this situation.
Well, and it's interesting. It's like going back to like, say, the collegiate athlete too. It's like, that poor thing is going to be so hungry and to feel like they have to be that way because that's what something is telling them.
It took a year and a half to get that particular person completely off of tracking for good.
Oh, geez.
It was the last
So
piece that we worked on. We couldn't touch it until about the last 2 months. It took a little convincing right at first to really get her to go above like that 1,500 calorie mark, eating on rest days. Because again, here's the other thinking. People have such an interlocking of exercise and eating that because those two are so woven together, that food is a reward,
right?
Or
they're still earning it.
Yes, I'm earning food when I exercise.
Yeah, of course.
Because of, that language of, oh, I ran blah, 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 so I get to go, eat ice cream. Or hearing other people say these types of things. Oh yeah, I get to have a beer every time I run. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But this is the interpretation of that is, if I exercise, therefore I can eat.
Well,
so
sure.
If I'm not exercising, I need to do the bare minimum.
Well, and that makes sense. But that's another thing that MyFitnessPal did. When you exercise, it says, oh, you earned this much extra calories.
Right.
Wait, what? Yeah.
So Weight Watchers does that. I mean, they all do that.
Right.
They all do that. They all create like a green, red, font or whatever, and plus and minus signs and all the things that make us think that we as humans are one big math problem.
Right. Right.
And we gain and lose and earn. And it's just,
I know.
I mean, and I get it. I mean, I've definitely had issues in the past with all sorts of different things, and you have to work through all of that. But once you work through all of it, it's really hard to sit and watch other people do those things. Right. So it's just like, in terms of eating on rest days, we should be eating on rest days.
Well, of course. My gosh. Yeah. I mean,
and like I said, the only thing you're not eating is whatever might be before,
right?
Whatever's during and whatever is after in terms of your recovery.
Right.
If breakfast is before your workout, still eat breakfast, please.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I think that people just get confused. Like,
yes,
I don't think I should eat the same thing that I eat prior to a workout. Like,
or I can only have pancakes when I work out. So things like that too. Like if I'm working out, it has to be a banana.
Right.
And then after I can eat a buffet.
Yeah.
If I'm not working out, it's half a banana and I can't have the buffet.
Right. Right.
There's so many rules and beliefs, right?
It's crazy. Yeah.
But you're doing such a disservice by having this belief system that days I work out, and I'm just making these numbers up. Days I work out, I eat 2,000 calories, and the day I don't is 1,000. How does that seem logical?
Well, it isn't. That's the thing.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know what more I can say.
No, I know. There's nothing more to say. And we've completed this.
Have I said it enough? Have I repeated myself enough?
Yes.
Do you think people heard me?
I know.
Please eat.
Oh,
Eat on rest days.
I know.
Stop logging. Stop doing all that stuff.
I know.
Because there's so many people who still do it.
I know. It's like, just wake up, have a strong breakfast, like
don't blame yourself.
Be satiated, right. Get through the first half of your day, eat again,
Well, and the other thing, and obviously this is off topic, if you've spent 30 years not eating foods you enjoy,
sure,
you're going to gain weight when you start eating foods you enjoy. Like, that's just, you know what I mean? Not
only because you're eating something different.
You're eating something different.
Only
but like people come back to me and they're like, see, I told you I gained weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you've actually gained fat mass.
No, it doesn't mean you've actually gained really anything. It's just the scale messing around with your water fluctuations that are going to happen until you're regulated.
This is why we don't want to eliminate foods from our world completely, and eat certain ways. We want to be normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that means different things. Ugh.
Yeah.
We answered the question.
All right. Well, we hope we answered to some degree. Obviously we're not talking about specifics because nutrition is very individualized.
Right. So if you're struggling with what to eat on a rest day or sports nutrition or whatever, contact someone.
Right.
So you can get that individualistic plan,
right,
for yourself and what works for you, because everyone's so different.
There's more I want to say, but I'm going to stop too.
I mean, it's okay. You can let it rip. I'm always one letting it rip. You should. She's getting ready.
Yeah, no.
I can see it coming.
He's winding up. Yeah, no. Ready for the pitch. Just makes me feel sad. I'm just going to feel sad here, because it's like, I just want people to be able to just like wake up and go, oh, I'm not exercising today. What do I want to eat? Mm-hmm. I need to find protein. I need to find some carbohydrate. I need to find some fat. How do I want that to look?
Never mind.
No, I know that's why I didn't even want to start into it. Cause it's like, we could really get down a whole thing again. And that turns into a whole nother thing. So
yeah.
No, and then we'll be here for like 4 days. So
yeah, no, I'll leave it at that. Cause
I know. All right, guys, signing off. Bye.
Have questions you want to hear discussed on the show? Find us on Facebook or visit betweentwopastries.com and drop us a line. Want to support the show? Find us on Patreon for exclusive content. If you love the show, find us on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. Hit the subscribe button and leave us a review.